Hello, everybody. Just waiting for everything to go live. There we go. Okay, here we go. Pretty well got it. Okay, we're live. Okay, so today I want to speak about some things that drove me nuts for a long time, and I want people to become aware of it and maybe how it's affecting them in their world. I got a shirt on the back here that's sticking out. There we go. Okay, what I need for people to start with is there's no one way to awaken, to enlighten, to find this. Some people's paths are different. Some people's paths are quicker. Some people have different trauma, different lineages, different contracts that they've agreed to. So for any 1 minute to give your power to another person and say that they've got it figured out or know a better way, or they're more spiritual, or they're a healer now, or whatever, I need you to recognize that it's giving your power away. It's giving that somebody knows better than you, somebody has figured it out, somebody has got the magic formula. And I'm going to tell you right now, how many of the people that you think are spiritual healers or whatever that are doing really well got their life all figured out, have multi-million-dollar houses? Yeah, maybe the gurus do, but those guys are falling down sideways right now. They kind of prostitute themselves to I honestly think to be able to make money in this world, you had to give up a bit of your soul or prostitute yourself in some way to be able to have that money flow. Because otherwise, because the darkness has been here for so long, it's basically strangulated all of that. I honestly believe we, as really bright light workers, agreed before we came in to letting like openings into our field, connecting to us, making attachments to the darkness right from the moment we were born, or traumas that were right from the moment we were born, because they were too scared to let us in, but they were too greedy to not let us in with the hooks built in, because it's basically like putting a massive Energizer battery onto their system to put somebody like us in. I'm now consciously aware that there's contracts and other things that we agreed to as part of the bigger plan, and a lot of light workers did. And we came here, we've been attached to our whole entire life. Our manifestation has been distorted. It was all agreements that we made before we came to ensure we could hold ground in the places, being parts of the grid, being parts of things that allowed the light to flow in. Some of us, our paths are different. Like it used to hurt me a lot to have all these people on there, and it's like, oh, it's all about manifestation, it's all about the secret, it's all about this, and it's really a choice, and you chose all these things, and really it's like some fault of your own that you're in this hole. And I want people to be given a new hope. It's not a fault of your own. Is it a choice when you're not consciously aware you had another choice around relationships, around your sexuality, around your love, around who you are, and whether or not you can love yourself? If you got from absolute birth, you got parents that had those exact same wounds. They didn't even know they were propagating them to you, but they gave them to you. And then they kind of fed off you, or they let the darkness feed off you from the minute you were born. So did you know love in any other way? Could you have made a different choice physically? Of were you even aware that there was another option? And I'll guarantee that most of us know that there wasn't. So once you know that there was another option, you made a new choice now, and now you're getting really clear that there are other options. So I see so many people wandering around saying these statements like, okay, I've got it figured out, and it's all love and light, and it's all beautiful, and all this kind of stuff. And maybe for a moment they found a bliss, maybe they found a hole, maybe they released a bunch of stuff and they no longer have the attachment going on. But in this time and place, we can feel love and light, we can be love and light. But if we've got all those attachments inside of ourselves, how do you think we're going to let go of like 1,000 different little things that are pulling at us and pulling at our energy, and all of a sudden, just by one choice, making love and light change? We are complex beings that are made up of a million different choices, a million bits of programming, some of them societal, some of them government, some of them media, some of them parents, some of them from past relationships and our own downfalls. Some of them are from the contracts that we chose as spiritual beings. So to be at a place right now where you're feeling good, you're feeling calm and feeling relaxed, it may not feel like completely love and light right now, but it's a progression. It's a progression. When you've got all these different things that are attached to you that you aren't even aware of, is it your fault? Is it like you consciously chose to have demon energies or dark energies? And I'm going to guarantee that every single person came into this world with some level of trauma. It was part of the experience of being human to have a trauma and to feel it, to catch it in the forehead right from birth, have a sexual abuse, have incest, have some violence or robbery or some kind of trauma from relationship. It came into all of us. It was required to have an human experience is to have trauma so that the outside factors could use us as batteries and feed off us. But that was the malevolence. That's the things we're moving through now. That's the things that created all this control and all the untruth and all the command structures and the slavery that were going on. You couldn't be your pure self. So to sit here and say, I'm not my pure self, or I never found it, or I'm not my spiritual being, or I'm not a full light worker, or I'm not fully my highest self, you couldn't be. You didn't have an option or a choice. It all happened to get us to a place, but you've been waking up while it's been happening. These were the very things that squeezed you and crushed you and made you figure out why you couldn't love yourself. What in the media, what in world politics, what in the control is the thing that squashed me and made me small and made me be lonely and made me be a hermit for a while, until we found out that there's a being underneath that's just really, really confused. And all these people that say they got it figured out, I don't think anybody can have it figured out right now. The world is so confused, and until we get a big shot of light and truth, we're just percolating still, trying to get rid of all those attachments, all those worries, all those fears. And it's happening a lot today. This huge solar influx that's coming is just bringing up shames and guilts and weird things and anxiety out of nowhere. So essentially, what I would love for people to hear and understand is, in a lot of ways, we never had a chance to find the love and light, to find this pure space, because it was written out of our contracts. It was forced upon us so that we could be fed off by this darker entities. But now you're aware of it. Now you're detaching from the darker entities. You're feeling the energies, feeling the things trying to crush you, feeling the things that are going on that steal your happiness, steal your joy, steal all your energy. And now you're able to take a deep breath and say, okay, there's something really wrong here, and I'm not going to permit it. And we start to build boundaries and barriers, and we start to pull all the attachments that are out of our body. There's devices that are put on our body. There's other things. They go into our heart and our brain and into our throat and into our genitals, and they muck up everything that's going to make our life good or stop us from stating boundaries. And it's okay. It's part of the experience. It's part of why we're having to wake up the world. Nobody did anything wrong. Nobody made a mistake. Nobody did anything. You didn't have a friggin' choice in a lot of this stuff. And when I hear people saying, oh, it's a choice, it's a choice, it's a choice, until you're consciously aware, nothing's a fucking choice. If you don't see that there's another option, and you always chose narcissism or chose love from people that sucked you dry, you didn't know there was anything else. That's how you learned as a child. So are you wrong? Did you make a mistake? No, nobody made a mistake. Everything that's happened is perfect. So next time you hear somebody say, oh, it's love and light, and it's that you can't learn to manifest, or you're not doing it right, or whatever, say, shut the frick up. And I came here, I'm doing everything perfect. Everybody's path is different. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I want people to start looking at it. is those very people that are telling us to be it a certain way, go shine a spotlight on their life. Do they have it figured out for themselves? No, we're doing this spiritual bypassing bullshit to each other. And it's really a form of darkness, as far as I'm concerned, telling people there's a better way and that you figured it out and here's my way, and then doing big long spiels about it, of how it worked in their life in that one instance. And then it didn't work again, because I don't think it's even 100% possible yet. If things are working out and they're getting better for you, great. Your vibration's improving, all this kind of stuff. But to get our grand dreams and all these things, how many people are getting their full grand dreams? How many are living lavish abundance now? The abundance is coming from people working really hard and getting spiritual clients and just racing on their feet. And then they forget about themselves. And then they disappear. They're just like so busy. I'm working 9 to 5 and doing these many clients, and I got a big house and all this kind of shit. You're feeding a system that just keeps us busy and keeps us distracted. So is the spiritual person that's got it all figured out the person that's sitting at home, seeing centered in the energies, looking at every incident, everything that feels off or uncomfortable inside, and they're dealing with it? And they found a way to stay in spiritual balance. Yeah, it's not a big house and big cars and all this kind of stuff, but you found a way to just be calm. And this is where I've found in my world is things are just starting to work out. Things are just starting to get better all the time. And it's without me having to be anything or do anything. It's about surrendering to what is. And yeah, today I want to talk about this topic. Tomorrow I want to talk about a different topic. I want to share the truth that keeps bubbling up. Could I share that truth? Could I give a purified version of the truth if I had to go to a job every day and satisfy clients and satisfy people that aren't at the same energy level, or work with spiritual people that are having troubles and need help, and I got to exchange my value for $1? Well, $1, does that really give value to who I am? Are they really too even aligned? So it becomes very interesting when you start to see the control and the power that money exerts over us, and having a job and being successful and having the nice house and having all the nice things and supposedly being in control, but there really isn't any freedom in there. Income taxes go up. The cost of living goes up. These are all controlled out from under us to make sure no matter how much money we make, we only make so much, make enough to just get comfortable, but never really get ahead. And I've been there. I made $165,000 at my highest paying job as an engineer, and the tax bracket went up. So I actually made less money than I made when I made less than $100,000. So why would you do that? Why would you chase and satisfy and prostitute yourself to a boss to find out that the whole system is made to keep you down? There is no way to get out of the top. And I'll tell you, I've been there. It's crazy. But the minute I started working for myself and I had deductions and that kind of stuff, still living in a tax system, more and more came back to me. I don't think a tax system is even required when we're done by all of this, but right now that's what exists. So I used to always feel really, really bad that I hadn't figured out something. I was behind the curve. Other people were figuring it out before me and all that kind of stuff. And it's bullshit. The only person that assesses your progress is you. And if you compare yourself to other people, it's just lining yourself up for failure, because other people's paths are different. They have different traumas. Somebody can get a lot of money, but have no relationship. Somebody can have no freedom in their life, and another person can have what appears to be freedom, but it's a cage. Oh, I got tons of money, but it's a cage. So the only person that can assess you is you and how you feel in your heart. Are you calm? It doesn't have anything to do with money. It doesn't have anything to do with job. It doesn't have anything to do with how many clients you have. It has everything to do with finding that love for yourself right here. And once you get that union and you get your divine masculine and feminine and all these pieces sorted out, and you can love both sides, and magic starts to happen, then something really cool happens. You just calm down, you let go of the attachments to all those things, and now all of a sudden you can see the world in a different way, and balance is very different. The need and the pulls are very different. Now it's like I need to seek peace and calm, and I need time to love myself and breathe and go out in the weather and enjoy nature and choose for myself. There's a magic. There's something different than these other people are talking about. The other people are chasing. The other people are saying, I figured out something, so they can stand on their little ego threshold for a little bit. And it's like, it's all love and light. And yesterday I was in so much bliss and I felt good. And you're just like, oh, I wish that for me or whatever. Look at them a week later. They're not in bliss anymore. We're all going through ups and downs and sidewayses and all this kind of stuff right now. They're trying to say they got it all figured out. Nobody's got it figured out. But I'm going to tell you right now, the calm and peace and the looking inward is the only way we're going to get through this. The looking outward, trying to satisfy clients, get more people on Facebook, getting more people on your lives, getting all this kind of stuff is all looking for outward validation. Inside is the only thing that counts. And that's right now we're doing a lot of, and that's hard, gritty, painful, uncomfortable work. It pushes on your chest. It makes you hard to breathe. It makes you want to sleep a lot. But that's the process. The person that's refined here, that's moved fully into their crystalline body, that's fully living in their heart, fully living in the moment, is the person that's going to cross as quickly as possible once the truth comes out. And there's a 5D vibration fully embodied here. That's the person that's just going to float up to that automatically, because you keep doing the work, you keep going down, and you have the tools to deal with it. The other people that are chasing jobs and chasing money and all this kind of stuff aren't giving themselves the time to find the tools. The tools, these are the tools that will get you through anything, that you can get beat sideways by world and all this kind of stuff and just get up the next morning and smile. That's the place. That's the magic. And it may not feel good every day, and it may feel heavy some days, and your body may hurt in different spots, but can you get up every day and find some positive? And once you can get there, that's it. That's the there. And then as the world progresses and you get out of the muck of the collective shit, you're just going to float right to the top, to whatever new is coming. And you're leading people by your light, and you're leading people by how you feel. And feel how calm I am. Feel how I'm not projecting. I'm not wanting anybody to do it. I'm saying, based on my experience, this is what I found. Try it. I'm not saying this is it. I'm not saying it's special. I'm saying, try it. It's the most simple thing ever, but it seems complicated. Go inside and find yourself. And I'm not going to tell you how that feels or how it is. It'll just feel good. Oh, when you see this or you hear that or this happens or whatever. No, it's go inside and find yourself and hold yourself and love yourself and feel what comes up and feel all the pain and suffering and scared and tightness and all this stuff. And then one day that inside part of yourself trusts you. And it's like, holy shit, we're going to figure this out. We're going to get this done. And then you can get past anything. It's not a tool. It's not like, oh, do this, think this. No, just go inside and just be with you. And then magic starts to happen. So as always, if there's any questions, put them below, comment directly to me, send me a personal message. This isn't hard. It's just so contrary to what we've been told. It's all about going inside, feeling the calm and peace, being in the moment, accepting what is. And that may sound complicated, but it's the most simple thing at all, because it's surrender. It's like, holy shit, I forgot that I have a choice in all this, that I have a choice of feeling better, of forgetting all the programming that I've got, forgetting all the mental shit that's been put in me. And I'm just going to feel love right now. I'm just going to feel good. And it's not a there, it's not a place, it's just calm, and it's love, and it's peace, and other people are going to feel it. How much of what I'm giving right now is a vibration rather than a words? Just sample that, feel it. That's my light, that's my experience, that's what I'm here to show, is that there's another way. So, and it's not hard work, it's not crazy, just surrendering and accepting and allowing. And then one day this magic's going to show up, and it's in a way that you didn't even know. And it's just going to feel good. So I love you all. I'm going to leave it at that, and just go through it. How does it feel in your heart? What feels good? Chasing other people's ideas of it, or going and exploring yourself? So love you. Have a great day. There's lots of power in what I just shared, but just breathe it in and magic can start. Have a good day. Love you all. Bye.